I need all the wins, yeah. Ain't no L's, I gotta get a no call to quits, yeah. Gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets, yeah. Better move out the way, cause I'm coming with harder hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all of this. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. Woo! Watch out, get ahead, watch out, get ahead, watch out, get ahead. Woo! Watch out, set it up, bet you I shut it down, watch out, get a win. I don't think they really wanna come against the winner, got a finger run up in a grenade. I ain't never been there when you think you compare. I'm a line, but the winner about the woo! You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out.
Welcome to the Battle of Atlanta's Friday Night Fights. Who's ready for some fights? Oh man, you guys are already starting at a 9, but I need you at a 10. Who's ready for some fights? All right, once again, welcome to the Battle of Atlanta's Friday Night Fights. We have some of the world's best fighters competing this evening for your entertainment and for the prestige of winning tonight's titles. Before we get started, I want to introduce the talented team that you guys have running this production. Over to my left, you have our commentators, Jackson Rudolph and Justin OXP Ortiz. Make some noise. Oh, you guys can do better than that. Make some noise. And then my co-host this evening is going to be Miss Anna Glenn. Make some noise. And then you guys better be super loud for this one. We have my wife, Kenna Presley. She's keeping me straight. She's making sure I got the information this night. And then I am your host, Reed Presley, and I am super excited to be on this stage again, making sure this night show runs smoothly. So let's have a fantastic time. So once again, you guys ready to hear some fights? All right, so, man, you guys up front are ready. I'm going to have all of you guys rise as I'm gonna have the wonderful Allison Wan come to the stage to lead us through the national anthem. She competed this evening, she won most of her divisions, and she is a new proud member of Team Competitive Edge. Let's make some noise for Allison Wan. Let's make some noise for her one more time. That was amazing. I believe she is only 9 years old. Excellent, excellent. All right, now we're going to be moving on into our first sparring division of this evening, the NASCA Youth Black Belt Girls Team Sparring. We're going to be starting with Team Next Level and Johnson Martial Arts taking the stage.
Sport karate fans from around
Once
the
again,
world.
it's Team Next Level and Johnson Martial Arts
Friday
taking
night
the
fights
stage.
here at the Battle of Atlanta. I'm Jackson Rudolph, and I am joined in the booth by three-time lightweight overall grand champion here at the battle, none other than Justin, the OXP Ortiz.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? I am excited. We're here at the Battle of Atlanta. This is where legendary fighters became legendary in the first place. So I'm excited to see our next generation show us what they have.
This is going to be an incredible night of point fighting action. It's a great opportunity at a lot of these World Tour events. We only get to see small doses of point fighting on stage. A lot of the night shows are very forms and weapons heavy. So I love this tradition they have now here at the Battle of Atlanta to bring us the Friday night fights from the up-and-comers and the future of the sport all the way to the best in the world.
That's right. It's one of my favorite events because, of course, it's all fighting. And not to say I don't love the forms and weapons, but to have a night dedicated to just fighting, man, that's special. Truly special. But like you said, we're going to see all ages, all ranks. We're going to see team fighting. We're going to see individual sparring, open weight. It's going to be a good collection that is going to show us different strategies, different types of angles in order to win the type of division that they're doing.
There are two teams this evening. Team Next Level and Johnson Martial Arts, a hybrid team on the left side of your screen, represented by Red. Their opponents, Team Velocity, fighting out of Florida on the right side of your screen, represented by Blue.
Of course, no stranger to the coaching scene. Murphy Gonzalez for Team Velocity. Trains everyone from all ages and had world champions from multiple ages that have gone on to do multiple things.
So we got 3 rounds. All the fighters on stage are going to get a chance to showcase their skills. If you are new to point fighting, it's 2 points for any kick.
Nice angle hook kick right there.
1 point for any hand technique.
Very good step in. It seems like she's coming out swinging already, 4-0.
Then the answer from Velocity to the side kick. 4-2 in favor of Next Level. Happened all the way in the splits after that kick.
These girls are far from cute. They are fierce. She answers back with a 2-point kick. Tied up.
Well, that side kick might have got in there. 2 points. 6-4. Velocity leads after a comeback.
Very good. After she dropped that leg, she followed with her hands. Very textbook, but that's what we call hustle points, right? She went in there and got him.
Takes off from a mile away, but still scores.
Still got it. Got to get that defensive side kick ready.
A little power on that last punch.
That's what you call scrappy. Oh, did they see it? Yes, defensive side kick. Very good timing.
Huge defensive side kick on the run.
I love how she angled and she was moving off to her backside to set her up for that side kick. She does it again. Good timing.
This is a junior team fight, but that's a defensive side kick of a veteran. And look at the movement. Great defense from Velocity.
Very smart IQ, fight IQ that we're seeing.
Next Level staying scrappy though. What an opening round of action as Next Level clings to a 12-8 lead in the first of 3 rounds.
I do love what I see, the contrast. One was following up with her hands for every time that she got. Velocity was trying to give her that space and do a defensive side kick. So we saw different strategies, but ultimately the scrapper won. Oh, with this head kick. Yes!
It's all about the first technique to score. Next Level tries to throw a round kick to the body there. No points on the exchange. How about the purple uniform for Next Level?
It is different. I haven't seen that color.
Velocity continuing the comeback effort.
Oh,
They're throwing with some
yeah,
insurance.
they are.
16-9, the advantage for Next Level.
Love what she's doing. She's setting up her kick to the body, and then when she gets close enough, she brings her round kick right up top to the head. Very good change of levels, good follow-up. She's coming back fierce. Can she tie it?
Using that leg to create opportunities to score. Excellent. Velocity just went on a little bit of a run. That 21-9 score might not be accurate.
I'm not sure if we're getting the correct calls on the correct side, if I'm being honest.
Next Level continuing to fire away.
Ooh, good step in right off that leg. She stepped right into her, closed that distance. Score with that point. Oh, I love the attempt for the check, but it wasn't there, but it was very good. Oh, there he goes, the correct score now.
This young lady from Velocity doing such a great job of pumping that lead leg to create scoring opportunities. But Next Level staying with it, firing down the pipe. Another kick slides in for Velocity.
Very good defensive side kick, steps back, closes that distance with the kick. Ooh, did they give her the point towards the end?
They don't give the call at the buzzer. And Justin, we're looking at a score of 28-12 in favor of Next Level. But the quality of the action that we're seeing suggests a much closer fight.
Absolutely. What I love to see is, like, no matter the age, you're gonna see that strategy, right? They're still training at a high level, and you kind of see that. It's great. It's not just they're out there pumping their leg or throwing hands or wherever it lands. There's still some strategy, even with the young ones, and it's awesome to see. Our generation is bright.
And these Velocity fighters, one after another, doing a great job fighting behind that lead leg.
I will say, knowing Velocity, knowing our Florida fighters, they are accustomed to pumping that front leg. That is like a customary thing, being from Florida, being a Velocity fighter training under Murphy Gonzalez.
Next Level circling defensively, but a head kick slides in.
I love that.
Another head kick.
That's amazing. She is kicking with a slight shorter distance, and then she's extending right at the last moment to shoot to the head. Is very smart.
And that's a few more exchanges now where our scorekeepers, I'm having a hard time seeing. Oh, it looks like Velocity has the lead based on the screen that's going to the stream, but it's reversed on the screen that we're looking on stage.
Yeah.
So Velocity actually in a commanding lead, which is consistent with what we've been seeing.
Absolutely, yes. Especially with those head kicks, with those body kicks. You know, they're 2 points each. They're racking up those points. Another 2 points.
Velocity really pulling away behind these kicks.
Oh, that is a nice step in. Right off the spin. Very good step in.
I was reacting to the spin hook, but you're right. The punch landed over the top. Goodness gracious.
Ooh, did they see that back leg runner? Oh, not enough to call it.
41 to 14, Velocity leads.
1 point Velocity. Go! 41.
A great display from both teams,
5
but ultimately it is Velocity behind the patented
2 more points.
machine gun kicks from Florida. Team Velocity takes the win.
That is a commanding score. There's no disputing that. They are definitely the winners. But you know me, I'm a sucker for kicks. I love a good front leg kick, and they had nothing but an arsenal of kickers up there. And as you can tell by the score, their kicks were landing.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for the scorekeeping snafu there. Ultimately got it straightened out. Velocity, your rightful winners. Now we should be sailing smooth the rest of the evening here on Friday Night Fights.
On this stage that is in here right now in this grand ballroom, please make your way to the Haversham so that you guys can be staged appropriately.
Signature celebration for Team Velocity.
Currently in this room, move to the Haversham so that you can be staged accordingly.
As you can see by the belt levels, we have a mixture of beginners, intermediate, and advanced. Just amazing to see, you know, some of the things that they're throwing out there, even at such a young age and at such a young level in their belts.
Absolutely. The Battle of Atlanta not only showcasing point fighting with this night, but showcasing really athletes of all levels. The kids, the adults, the underbelts, the black belts. Really a great opportunity for these martial artists to get a taste of what it's like to be on stage. I love when these World Tour events give an opportunity for the juniors or the underbelts to get a little bit of that limelight, because sometimes that can plant the seed that sends them towards a career in this sport.
Absolutely.
And next thing you know, they're the ones fighting for these adult openweight titles like we'll see tonight.
I mean, we are both just like them. You know, we got our opportunity to be on stage. It changed our world, opened our eyes, and it made us say, hey, we want more of this. So I hope that does the same for these fighters, because they are phenomenal. And I can't wait to see where they go in their career in martial arts.
All right, let's keep this energy going. We have another team sparring girls match for you guys on the blue side. Let me give the competitors a second to exit the stage.
Sounds like we'll be pivoting to another junior girls team fighting event.
On the blue side, we're going to have Team Kentucky / Alabama versus the red side, which is going to be MBS. So you guys have an excellent fight ahead of you guys. And it looks like the stairs are clear, so let's make some noise on the blue side. Kentucky / Alabama.
Well, it seems like we're going to have a southern scrap. You know, we got Alabama and Kentucky together facing MBS, which is a local Atlanta team. I'm sure we're going to hear a lot of people in the crowd go crazy for that team.
On the red side, we're going to have Team MBS.
It's going to be a 2v2 matchup. Again, for those of you just joining us in point fighting, it is all about who lands the cleanest technique first. This is not a knockout sport. It's technically light contact, but you're going to see all of these combatants go at it with one another. 1 point for hand techniques, 2 points for any kick, 3 points for a jump spinning kick to the head.
I don't know about you, but I would love to see a three-pointer.
Oh, of course. Shout out to Team Immortals, taking the coach's chair on the Alabama-Kentucky side.
All right, on the blue side, we have Kentucky and Alabama. On the red side, we have MBS.
I believe they're going to do the coin toss to see who wins the coin toss. If you win the coin toss, you get to choose who sends out first.
Really, that's more powerful in a two-person team fight where you really control that opening matchup.
Absolutely.
And if you control the first matchup, there's only one more matchup to go.
That's it.
A little bit less nuance compared to the three-person team fighting events.
All right, first fighter is out. Here we go.
All right, so Team MBS on the left side of your screen wearing the white helmet against a hybrid team representing both Kentucky and Alabama. on the right side of your screen in a black helmet. Great hands over the top for MBS.
Very good job checking that leg, pushing it down to create that opening for that left hand.
Nice back fist. Goes the other way.
Called that blitz.
Great counter strike there for MBS.
Love how she's waiting for timing that leg to come down so that she can create that opportunity and that time to step in. But she was waiting there for that kick to come down, but it didn't.
Great persistence on the kick there for Kentucky, Alabama. Another head kick.
Another head kick. MBS is kind of sitting on that opportunity to try to score, but she should be moving back to keep creating that distance just in case she keeps kicking.
As soon as that leg comes up, that guard's got to come up with it. She's keeping that guard low to check the leg, and a nice left hand.
And that's what she's got to keep doing. She's got to use her power to step into that leg and check that leg down to create that opening for that hand. That left hand has been working really good for her. She's got to continue that. If she tries to sit and wait for her kick, that's what she's going to come through with her leg, with a kick to the head.
Now she's starting to use that lead hand more effectively to check the leg and then set up the left hand. 7-5 advantage MBS.
Very good angle.
Well contested matchup here in the first round. We're not in 7.
Who's going to take that last point?
There's that left hand again.
That's left hand. Again, she timed that leg coming down. She came through with that left hand. It was working for her. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
A 1-point advantage for MBS as we go to the second and final round. Once again, MBS in the white helmet, Kentucky, Alabama in the black helmet. Great timing by MBS to come over the top of that leg.
Ooh, does she answer back? Oh, they gave it a 2-point kick.
MBS going on a run. Scored on that little hook X kick there.
13-7.
Just like that, a 6-point advantage. Make it 5 in favor of MBS.
MBS doing a great job of like testing the waters, coming in with her movement, coming off to the side. She's not just going straight in. You know, when you go straight in, it's going to be a 50-50 fight, but you get more opportunity when you make those angles, when you do those fakes. Ooh.
Nice kick slides in. Momentum shifting in favor of MBS as we approach the final minute. Beautiful right hand.
Nice check to that leg. Seems like Kentucky, Alabama is kind of losing her wind.
52 seconds.
And this just shows you how powerful momentum can be in a point fighting match.
1 point Kentucky, Alabama.
45 seconds is still an eternity in point fighting. But this momentum swing in favor of MBS, making that lead feel insurmountable.
35 seconds and 1 more point MBS. 20-10, 30 seconds.
Very good with a takeoff. I was just about to say this is an opportunity to try to switch it up, do something different. Instead of pumping, she should be using that hands a little bit more. Change it up a little.
15 seconds,
Another great right hand for MBS.
12 seconds.
Really, both of these MBS fighters doing a great job of kind of waiting and looking for those opportunities to let that reverse fly.
Absolutely. Very good body punch from underneath for that final score.
The 23-13, a 10-point win for Team MBS. A couple of hometown heroes this evening.
well done. Once again, your winners are Team MBS, but let's make some noise for both teams.
As you said, this is a game of who scores first. It can be very fast, but it's also a game of chess, strategy. You got to be patient sometimes, and MBS showed a lot of patience as they strategized, faking and using more angles and setups to score those points, or even just waiting for their opponent to drop the leg to score the point. So I thought that was a very good strategy, very good coaching job on that side to say, hey, keep going. If it's working, keep going at it.
And that's one of the beautiful things about point fighting. We've seen a couple of high-scoring affairs here, but because of that chess match, a point fight can be thrilling with a score of 3-2 or a score of 13-12, right?
That's right.
All right.
And even like you said, in the last 30 seconds, a lot can happen. Anybody's game. We've seen 20-point differences change a whole trajectory in 30 seconds. We've witnessed it, we've lived it, and that's what makes point fighting so thrilling.
Especially in team sparring, where it's so dependent upon the matchups.
Absolutely.
You can have a heavy matchup advantage in the first round and feel like you've got a comfortable lead, and get a terrible matchup in the second round, and next thing you know, it's tied or you're in the hole.
Absolutely.
So a quick photo opportunity for all of our champions this evening. Team MBS, your winners tonight.
Love that both teams looking proud. They are on stage. They got the opportunity to fight in one of the biggest legendary stages of all.
Your left, where the cameraman is, got the coaches. Everybody go on the other side here. Currently exiting from go the other way.
Now we're going to transition to some of the adults as we've got the seniors, some of our more experienced competitors taking the stage for one of the most exciting events from last year, the 30-plus men's team sparring final.
It is a final match to see who will ultimately be the winner.
Now, if I believe there's a 30-plus, 140-plus, and 150-plus, is that correct?
If they kept the same format from last year, I believe that's accurate.
And it's amazing to see people that still are doing it at this age. That's how much passion they have for the martial arts, that they want to get out there and they want to spar and they want to show that they still got it.
But this is clearly not the 30-plus men.
No, we're switching. We're switching.
We've got another junior girls team fight first. The first two were so good, they just had to. Coaches facing off in this event, Bill Viola and Murphy Gonzalez returning to the stage, looking to go 2-0 with his teams on the evening.
And this is going to be interesting because I know Bill Viola loves to train kickers, and so does Murphy Gonzalez. So let's see if we see a clash of kicking strategy here, or if we see a sword fight of any chance. But it's definitely going to be an interesting matchup. No one needs females here. Some of them are the top of their division, so it's going to be really good matchups. Of course, matches make matches, so we've got to see who's going to get paired against who.
All right, Team Velocity on the right side of your screen, currently fielding a fighter representing Team Gypsy, whereas Team Army Strong on the left side of your screen. You see these fighters, black belts, a little bit more seasoned.
Ooh, I saw the side kick in, but not enough to call it.
You need 2 out of 3 judges to see the technique in order to score it. They have to know for a fact that it landed.
Like I said, we see a strategy of kicking going on. We see a lot of angles and setups, but as I was just about to call it, we need someone to throw those hustle points with those hands to score.
And he does. For Army Strong. Army Strong.
Very good practice over the top of that roundhouse kick. Textbook setup with the hand. Ooh, do they see the hustle points for those hand scores? They do. There's velocity. Great answer by Army Strong. I love the fact that we're not seeing straight line fighting there, utilizing that ring. We see a lot of angle work. Creating opportunities.
Doing a great job of using that perimeter motion, but it's whenever she's getting stagnant, that's when Velocity is taking off and finding opportunities. She's got to use that lateral motion to set up opportunities to score. Able to block that kick.
That was a very good job putting that backhand underneath her ribs just in time to make sure that she doesn't score that side kick.
Here they are again in this corner.
Ooh, the kick sneak in. No, not enough.
Capitalize that time.
Oh, with the check with the hand. Checking that leg. It's a great opportunity to use the checks. We saw a little bit of fatigue towards the end. You know, they were starting to drop that leg a lot, which means the leg is getting fatigued. And all it took was one good solid check and a cross backhand punch from Velocity to score that last point to tie it up.
You see now watching the black belts, more strategy, less volume, more being selective when setting up their shots. It's all going to come down to this as we're knotted at 3. Nice hook round, good control of that leg by Velocity.
Team Army Strong is doing a good job utilizing the ring, but Velocity is actually commanding the ring right now and making sure she does not leave the edge of the ring. She's commanding the center. Sometimes that's important when it comes to strategy and fighting.
Great follow. You can tell for Velocity, she really likes to fight behind that hook round.
Absolutely. What I like that she's doing is as soon as those legs cross, she's pushing it down, coming on top with those hands. But that was a very good body punch from Team Army Strong. Did they give it to her? Yes, they did.
5-4 Velocity. Hunting with the hook round again.
Ooh.
And it's the follow with the hands. No, it's the leg that scores. 2 points.
Different type of hook round. That was from underneath, a different angle and approach. Good defensive strategy against a different kicker.
40 seconds remaining.
And then following with the hands. Not giving up on the exchange when the hook round doesn't connect, but allowing that back fist reverse punch to be automatic on the follow.
She's using that momentum of the kick, dropping it down and coming right on top of her with that back fist. She did it again to score another point.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Absolutely.
10 seconds.
Ooh, very good time with the body punch.
5 seconds.
2-point kick for Velocity.
And that is time. With a score of 11-5, your winner is Team Velocity.
And by a score of 11-5, Team Velocity takes the win.
This is your headsets. This is your microphones. I've got your microphones jacked and it's messing up the audio.
Well, that was a very, very, very good work from both teams. Again, different strategies we saw, but a lot of kicking. We did see a lot of kicking, and exactly what I said. We have 2 coaches that are known for a lot of kicking strategies, but ultimately Team Velocity wins, takes the championship.
And I love how across those 3 matchups, we got to see the evolution from some really young underbelts to a little bit older of underbelts, now seeing the black belts, and we saw how the strategy kind of took a step up each time.
Absolutely, and these are not even adults yet, which is crazy. It only gets better from here.
The 30+ 3-man senior team fight, ATL versus Immortal. You guys are going to want to make sure
And how about that signature hook round for Nora here from Team Velocity?
Oh, she did a great job coming over the shoulder with the hook round. And again, even if she didn't score the hook round, coming on top of it with her back fist, scoring to the head, using that momentum of the kick to follow with her hand. Very good strategy. It worked.
The great Tony Young presenting the award.
One of the greatest lightweights of all time. And one of the few lightweights that will beat heavyweights for overall grand champions. And I can brag because I'm a lightweight. Well, used to be.
So as we take a moment to make sure everybody gets their awards, now we will pivot to some senior team fighting action. After a word from our sponsors.
All right, so now we're going to the 30-plus black belt.
Maybe.
Three-man senior. I mean, they're calling it. And I see them warming up over there, getting ready. And I believe one of those teams is going to be Team ATL. And, you know, of course, we're here in Atlanta, so this crowd is going to get hot for this team.
Team ATL, the defending champions of this event from last year. Willie Hicks stealing the show with a massive kick to help lift them over the top. But they'll have a tough test this year against the Immortals. Of course, the crowd likely to heavily favor Team ATL this evening. There's Willie Hicks pacing back and forth for ATL, the hero from last year's team fighting matchup. Teams will meet at the center for the coin toss.
Again, this is actually where the coin toss actually gets super interesting. Because even if you win the coin toss, sometimes with their three-man team, you want to send out first.
Right. You want to control that first matchup. Let's go, Bracket! Essentially, if you've got somebody that you feel confident you can send out there to either try to pull out their anchor first and get them out of the way, or you think that you've got somebody that's got a great matchup against anybody on their squad, and so you send somebody out to get a lead, and then you control the matchup because you're sending out second in round two. That's really the best position you can put yourself in if you've got a fighter like that you can send out first.
Absolutely, especially like you said, if you want to isolate their best fighter and you send out first, then the last two fighters are really going to show you who's the best fighter, who they're sending out this face, or if you already have a matchup in your mind. So as the second fighter needs to send out from that team, now you can actually have the matchup for the last two fights that you want because you sent out first. So it can go either way.
So the Immortals send out Joseph Brackett first. ATL answers with Trey Lazenby.
That is just on the hit.
All right, looks like our fighters are set. We just need a center referee.
Now Team ATL sending out Trey Lazenby, which he's a heavyweight but does not move like a heavyweight. He is very explosive. He uses his distance very well. Let's see if he's going to use his explosive body punch right off the bat. Sometimes he likes to step off an angle just to test out the waters. Let's see how this plays out.
Joseph Brackett getting that leg active early. Takes off from too far, and Lazenby scores on the counter. Joseph Brackett's kicking is really taking a step up from the last time I saw him fight. Hasn't scored with it yet, but has Lazenby on his heels early, up 2-1.
Ooh, from too far, did they see that side kick? No, they did not.
Lazenby doing a great job of touching that leg.
As soon as it drops
Scores on the
down,
back fist.
coming right in with that back fist. Very good strategy.
Knotted at 2. Lazenby looking to score on defense and then explodes on offense.
There's that quick explosion that you don't expect from a heavyweight like it, but he comes off that line fast with another.
Beautiful back fist.
Ooh, did they see that back fist?
It touched him.
did.
Great distance management there from Trey Lazenby. Beautiful. Brackett hesitates just a little bit. Lazenby takes off on the back fist. Textbook to put ATL up 5-2.
Another back fist off that leg coming down. You're probably gonna hear me say this a lot. If it ain't broke,
don't fix it. Trey Lazenby is automatic right now. Extends the lead to 7-2, smiling at the crowd.
and this is what I love about Trey, what he does sometimes. He lulls him to sleep, and then he puts him to sleep with that back fist.
Here it comes again. Oh, didn't quite touch him.
There it is. Again, lure him in with that stance, bringing him back down to his level, stepping in with that back fist, so explosive.
Defensive side kick for Lazenby. Doesn't get the extension, doesn't get the call. But a commanding 10-2 lead for ATL behind a spectacular back fist clinic from Trey Lazenby. Well, that couldn't have gone much better for ATL in the opening round.
Absolutely. I thought that Team Immortal was trying to do at first, what he should have done is he was changing the levels of his leg, backing him up. He could have kept that going, but he just had to make a little bit more contact with that kick to put that pressure so he can step in with his hands after and get those hustle points we talked about earlier.
Transitioning to the second round, and ATL comes out kicking hard. Ooh, little sneaky hook kick doesn't connect. Back fist for the Immortals, scores. The Immortals working the perimeter. Body punch. Goes to the other side.
Ooh, did they call the side kick over? I thought that
He's
hit
lucky
hand,
they
but
called the side
they
kick.
called it.
Because he stopped fighting. If they hadn't called that side kick, it would have been the back fist, which now Immortals gets the point. There's that sneaky hook kick.
No look, spin, back kick, spin, hook kick, hybrid. Did it score? No one scored, no call. Team ATL is pumping that leg a lot, but that chamber is a bit too tight. All he needs to do is kind of step in off an angle, clash him with that leg, and really step into it with that back fist or body punch to score the point.
Approaching 45 seconds remaining in the round. 13-4 advantage for ATL. Tacking on another 1 point on that exchange.
There's that step in that I was talking about, and exactly what happened. He stepped into that deep chamber, got the point with that back fist over the top of the head.
We've seen some good explosiveness from the Immortals here. They've just got to put together a run. Loses balance going for that scorpion-style kick. Not a kick we see very often, that hybrid hook back kick. We've seen Tyreek Saint use it really effectively. That might have landed on the back of the head.
Ooh, they didn't call it.
Doesn't get the call.
Looks sweet from over here.
14-6.
And so a commanding 14-6 lead with Willie Hicks fighting the anchor for ATL.
In kicks like that, you have to be very careful because it's easy to get called a blind technique. Remember, in point sparring, you have to make sure you are looking at your target while you're scoring. If your eyes are away from the target or your opponent, then you're not able to score because it is blind technique. Can look good.
So what do we think? Does Willie Hicks be conservative here to protect the lead, or does he try to add to the highlight reel with a lead?
Oh, Willie is a walking highlight. I think we're about to see some spin, some motion, some angles, things that make him really, really well. He's what he's well known for, you know. There you go. Those angles, those chops, those ways to make him fake and make him lose his rhythm. And Willie Hicks stepped out of bounds, which means it's an automatic point for the other side. If you step 1 foot out, that is out of bounds.
Willie Hicks also wearing his NBL Super Grands belt from back in the day.
Ooh, with an attempt with a back leg axe kick. I haven't seen that in a while.
He's afraid that kick might have landed low at first. Yeah.
Ooh, good step in. What do they call it? Very good.
Beautiful. Hicks answers right back. Another nice body punch for the Immortals. Might have the best slogan in all of sport karate. Powered by immortality. Clash on that exchange. We approach 30 seconds remaining. Body punch for Hicks. Scores.
Knowing how Hicks usually fights, he looks a little bit more conservative than normal. Of course, he has a commanding lead, so there's no point of trying to hurt your body or overexert anything. Just being smart at this point and taking the W.
Willie Hicks saying, let's stop this 15 seconds early.
Ah, there it is, there it is. That angled scorpion kick. They didn't call it.
Time expires, and Team ATL defends their 30-plus team sparring title here at Friday Night Fights at the one and only Battle of Atlanta. Excellent display of some veteran martial artists.
Absolutely. And that was totally a vet move. You saw him. He was playing with his head at that last moment to lull him in, to hit him with that angle-off scorpion kick. It was just a typical strategy from Willie Hicks. He's known to do that, but it is a very smart strategy. Getting in a person's head. Remember, this game is 90% mental.
You love to see the sportsmanship, handshakes and bows all around as these combatants will be given their awards.
No matter where we're from, no matter how the fight is going, this is martial arts first. We always show respect to our opponents, to our judges. It's the martial arts way. And it's been a few years that ATO has kept this championship alive.
Yeah.
Kept it here at the Battle of Atlanta.
Always feels good to defend home turf. We'll pause for a photo op.
And of course, their coach for Team ATL, Marcel Lazenby, who is also an amazing fighter in his time and a great coach, a great school owner.
Now we go
a lot of great competitors.
Now we go to the stage with Anna Glenn for an interview with our winners.
Very dominant win for you guys tonight. What worked well?
Everything. Yeah, we pulled out the whole tool bag. You know, we putting on for the city. So one time for the A, baby.
Hometown team, what can we say? What makes this team so special?
When you got vets like the legend Willie Hicks right here, and a lot of people don't know Chopper right here is a dangerous threat with his leg. You know, so it's just a great thing to be a part of these two great fighters right here. And then you got Coach right here who make everything happen. He paid for everything. He get us where we need to get going. So this is the man right here who makes everything happen.
One thing we learned, we're a family. We stick together. Believe in each other. Believe in each other. Y'all hear me? New generation, believe in yourselves and each other. Y'all hear me? Let's go, man.
Congratulations on your win. Reed, I'm going to throw it back to you to introduce our next fight.
All right, thank you. All right. We're going to be moving into another team sparring final match. It's going to be the match of the youth boys. We're going to have Team Legend versus Team Top 10. This is going to be another excellent heat sparring division. We're going to be introducing the blue side to be crossing the stage. Make some noise for Team Legend!
Team Legend taking the stage for this junior boys team sparring final, coached by the great Tony Hamsani.
A lot of respect for Tony Hamsani. I have fought a lot of his competitors, and they've always given me the toughest fights ever. And I got the great opportunity to fight in Venezuela against him for his tournament. He is an amazing promoter. He's an amazing fighter, a father, a coach, you name it, legendary for sure.
And Legend will have a tough test against Top 10 Team USA, coached by El Jabba Abdul Qadir.
Talk about legendary fighters.
Yeah.
El Jabba is a powerhouse. He is strong, he's flexible, you name it. He's got a lot of tools that comes to this point fighting, and it shows in his students and it shows on his team. So I'm excited to see this matchup because these are high-level competitors right now.
Abdul Qadir just won a Senior WACO World Championship last year. Coin toss goes to Legend.
Team Legend, make some noise. If you're with Team Legend, make some noise.
Just like I said, with the three-man team, sometimes it's a great strategy to send out first, and that's what Tony Hamsani does. Sends out Legend first. And this way he has the pick of the last two fighters.
Keep your eyes open and focus on the stage. Judges are ready.
See if that strategy plays out for him.
Ready. Crowd is ready.
All right, first two fighters up. Team Legend with the black helmet. Top 10 Team USA with the green helmet.
These two kids are both tough competitors. You're about to see some great strategies from both of them. Some clean technique as well.
Here we go.
Look at the speed already just on the fakes from these two. Nice back fist reverse punch.
Spin back fist they call it. Yes, they did.
Top 10 Team USA on the board first. Legend made him feel that one with a little bit of late reverse fire, not a late hit, just after the initial strike.
Ooh, did they call the side kick underneath? Yes, they did. And that's what he has to do against Top 10. He has to keep that distance, lure him in with that blitz so they can throw that defensive side kick underneath.
1 point on the follow for Top 10.
2 points, Team Top 10.
It looks like they gave him the 2 for the kick on that exchange. Top 10 leads 3-2.
Ooh, nice step in back fist, that blitz over back fist. He has a fast takeoff. Ooh, did they call this hook kick underneath? No, a back fist on top.
Another defensive side kick attempt, scores. Side kick for Top 10, doesn't get the call.
Top 10. 5-4, 40 seconds remaining.
This is a distance game.
Great action so far. Clash on that exchange.
30 seconds remaining.
Legend trying to go top shelf.
Follows with that back fist on top to score. They called the body punch blitz. Yes, they did.
Back and forth we go.
Ooh,
Lots
once all
of
the kicks,
action,
once
but
all
no
the
call
punch.
there.
Seconds remaining.
Great
Great job taking advantage of a little hesitation there for top 10. Wants to slide in one more axe kick, but after all of that, the dust settles, knotted at 6.
Now I'm already excited. What a great play of strategy and also speed. These kids are fast.
Now to the second of 3 rounds. Couple of long fighters stepping up now.
Here we go, 6-6. Timekeeper's ready. Here we go. Make some noise for your team.
Legend coming out with the kicks to test out the waters. Top 10 answers back with their kick, but not enough to score.
Both fighters kind of testing the waters with some fakes and some kick attempts.
Minute 35 seconds remaining.
Trying to get an understanding of that distance.
Minute 30 seconds remaining. Give your teams an energy.
Ooh, they called a side kick underneath that back fist.
Top 10 got a little impatient there.
Oh, did they call a kick that went on
gets
top?
it right back.
Yes.
Looks like Malachi representing top 10 out there.
The second attempt on the kick slides in for Legend. 8-6.
Top 10 had that check, but let it go at the last minute. Should have stepped in with that check to go on across with that hand.
2 points right back for top 10. They've got an answer for everything. We're now knotted at 10. Scoreboard was a little bit behind earlier, but we're tied now.
30 seconds.
Great patience and follow by Randall there.
Taking the lead. 15 seconds remaining.
Ducks under, but stepped out of bounds. 1 point to Legend. Stepping out of bounds is an automatic penalty point in the other direction. And we will close the second round, still knotted. 11 apiece between top 10 USA and Legend. It all comes down to this.
A great matchup as we see a tied score. I would like to see a little bit more kicking with the purpose. That means using that front leg that they were doing, but actually making contact to push their opponent back so that they can have opportunity to score instead of floating the kick in the air, which gives their other opponent an opportunity to defend.
It all comes down to the third round.
Nice body punch. Yes, they called it. Ooh, a little far with that blitz. Did they call the side kick? No, they did not.
Minute 40 seconds remaining. Legend still leading by 1 point.
Top 10 defensive side kick, but it goes with the hands over the top to Legend. And again to Legend. Going on a little run, now with a 14-11 lead.
Ooh, underneath
Back
body
fist
punch,
from
they
Legend.
call it.
No calls.
Top 10 should stick with that side kick, but just create a little bit more distance when they step back. And I
Good
guarantee
call in
you'll
the
score
clutch
more with that
there.
side kick.
There's the side kick. Just what the OXP ordered.
It's just 1 point separating the winners of this fight.
Top 10 looking to complete the little comeback. Another clash.
Stop time.
Timeout for a quick equipment adjustment.
Now, if you have to adjust your gear, that is a gear malfunction warning. And if there's one more warning, that's an automatic point to the other team.
Which could be huge with 36 seconds left in a 1-point match.
Ooh, body punch underneath, they saw it.
Donovan coming up clutch. They're knotted at 14, and Top 10 takes the lead.
Still 20 seconds left. Anybody's game.
Now circling, trying to protect that 1-point lead. Defensive side kick.
There's that space I talked about.
Spinning hook kick blocked by Legend. And then the hands for Top 10. A defensive side kick proves to be the dagger. And Top 10 USA steals it at the end for a thrilling victory against Team Legend for the junior boys team sparring title.
Wow. What a matchup towards the end, but wow, was he on fire.
Donovan Horvat with ice in his veins as time expires against Team Legend. What a great matchup. These are kids.
Every single one of them. Just absolutely amazing.
We'll go to the stage with Anna Glenn for an interview with our winners.
So much energy in the room for Top 10. Let me hear it. Guys, congratulations on your win. What does it mean to your team?
It means everything, you know. We work hard for this. We work to win. We work for all of this. So it means a lot to come out and represent our countries and our team in front of all this crowd. So.
Is there anybody that you guys maybe want to give a shout out to, or someone who's helped you get to this moment?
I want to shout out our coach, all of our coaches, all of our teammates, everybody who helps us get to the places we are. I really appreciate it.
I definitely want to shout out all my coaches and my teammates. We fight together as boys. We are friends. We're best friends. We're buddies. We put in the work. We came here and we win.
And Coach, I saw so much emotion from you there at the end. Tell me a little bit about these guys and their fight.
Awesome. When you're in a fight, it's not just that one fight that you have, and it's not just, you know, this match that you're in. It's all of the hard work and dedication that you put into it, and these guys put in their blood, sweat, and tears. You know what I mean? And so my passion at the end was about that. I love for my team to put it all out there and give you guys what you're looking for, but also to have a classy win. I'm really proud of you guys. Good work.
Sir. Congratulations again, you guys. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome to Groove Toronto, where fear taps out and your belt taps in.
Mr. Groove, I just gotta say that my mother thinks this is a cult.
Enough! What is this? What are you, some kind of furry?
No, I'm a fox.
Where did you get that?
My dad gave it to me.
Yeah, well, your father is a loser. Sit down.
Yes, sir.
This is the Groove Belt. Magnetics buckle, ultra flexible, zero tail, maximum America. Groove Belt, lifetime guarantee. Hold your pants up and your dignity together. Groove Belt, dojo tested, Mr. Groove approved.
Welcome you back to Atlanta. I don't know what I just watched, but that was great.
But I'll tell you what, I don't know if you do, but I still have my American flag joggers just like him. Those are classic. I think a lot of martial artists still have their old school joggers just like him.
Black belt, 2 women's team sparring final round.
We get back to the action with the women's team sparring final. Two great teams in this final here tonight. First taking the stage, Team Impex KTOC, a hybrid team formed just a few years ago.
Led by Coach Akin Williams. Again, another great fighter, another great coach out of New York.
Their opponents will be Top 10 Team USA, once again coached by Aljaba Abdul Qadir. Looks like representing Team Impex KTOC, we'll have Avery Sutter as well as Paula Fonseca Murphy. Their opponents of Top 10 Team USA, Alexi Jimenez, Savannah Wolanyuk, and Brianna Nurse. Be interesting to see which two fighters El Java Abdul Qadir elects to use in this 2-round matchup.
Now you're allowed one alternate, whether on a 2-person team or 3-person team. And sometimes it makes it harder for the other team to base their fight, because they don't know who they're going to send out.
It looks like they'll lead off with their ace in Savannah Wolaniuk. Notched a couple of big wins in recent years. Was the Super Fights winner at the Ocean State Grand Nationals, coming out of a huge bracket back in 2025. And it'll be Avery Sutter up first for Impex KTOC. Wolaniuk with the white gloves, Sutter with the green gloves. Wolaniuk, a huge reach advantage, gonna fight behind that leg.
He's known to keep that leg up and do front leg kicking. It scores a lot if they don't use those angles, but that was a good angle and a body punch from Impex.
Great patience there for Avery Sutter. She's gonna work that perimeter, try to keep Wolaniuk off balance, and then a defensive side kick puts Impex KTOC up by 3. Sutter trying to go top shelf, takes a tumble.
Is fighting out, so that is not an out-of-bounds penalty point.
Wolaniuk continues to look for an opportunity to score with that leg and connects on the follow for 1, it looks like. And take a moment to adjust the belt.
I would love to see her utilize a little bit change of height with her legs. Not only just head hunting, but bringing it back down to the body, making it harder for the person to try to time or step into. But Impex is doing a great job being patient and circling around that leg to score those points. Let's see if she keeps the same strategy.
El Java Abdul Qadir protesting that the clock continued to run during that belt adjustment. In a deficit, he wants to keep as much time on the clock as possible. Impex KTOC holds a 3-1 advantage, under a minute remaining in the opening round. Sutter circling. Wolaniuk trying to hunt with that leg.
Oh,
beautiful head kick from Wolaniuk.
The head kick came right through.
Knotted at 3. Wolaniuk, a great job of staying patient there, not overreacting to the early deficit, not running into anything, just fighting her fight.
20 seconds remaining. We're all tied up, 3-3.
Sutter's output has slowed down a little bit as the score has evened.
Keeping that same strategy of circling that leg.
Great back fist from Wolaniuk.
As we see, top 10 is kind of seeing the strategy and playing that leg and changing the angles, so it's actually stopping that strategy from happening, coming on top of that back fist over, getting those hustle points to score that last point to get the lead.
The situation may well favor Impex KTOC. I think they're happy coming out of that round, given the reach advantage they were giving up in that opening matchup against a great fighter at Savannah Wolaniuk, only facing a one-point deficit. Now with Paula Fonseca Murphy taking the mat, they've got to feel pretty good. But Top 10 USA's got a lot of confidence in Alexia Minez.
We're going to see a strategy of kicking versus angles and step-ins.
Jimenez has a great fadeaway back fist, will serve her well fighting with a lead.
Nice back fist to go on top of that round kick. She's definitely utilizing her length to her strategy or to her advantage right now.
And
which is
using
smart.
both the length and the movement. She continues to reset, give Fonseca Murphy different looks. But ultimately, Fonseca Murphy's gonna get some points on the board here as she does there. 5-4, advantage top 10. Fonseca Murphy got a little impatient there, takes off from too far. Jimenez takes advantage. Nice back fist by
fist on
Fonseca
top.
Murphy.
Oh, I think we saw a low kick on that clash.
Take a moment for Fonseca Murphy to walk it off.
One thing that Impex is doing well right now, it is controlling the center of that ring, creating that pressure for them to go back behind the ring, which forces them to try to score, which opens up opportunity to score.
6-4 in favor of top 10.
Clashing of legs. Anything sneak in? Yes.
Just like that, we're tied with 50 seconds remaining. Now Jimenez on the offensive, and it's the defensive sidekick for Fonseca Murphy that puts Impex KTOC on top. That head kick almost landed. She still wants it. Great hands by Jimenez. Oh, but it was the counter from Murphy that landed first.
Scores 9-6. Impex leads.
Jimenez gets one back, 9-7. Jimenez follows up again, 9-8.
12 seconds left, enough to score 2 points.
Jimenez did a great job. She missed on the fadeaway back fist, but stayed in the pocket trying to fire down a punch. Didn't connect, but also didn't allow Fonseca Murphy to score. As time expires,
did they score?
One
Did
more
they score the point
exchange.
for that exchange? Call out of bounds, and they give her the point to tie up
That
the
is
score.
a huge out of bounds call. 9-9, sudden death.
See a little fatigue from both sides. Let's see if anyone has the win to score this last point.
Can top 10 be clutch again?
Oh.
Jimenez thought she saw something there, continues to circle.
Impex commanding the center of that ring. Let's see if she stepped in on time. And give it a body punch.
Offense scores as Paula Fonseca Murphy comes back after being at a deficit to notch a win for Impex KTOC in a fantastic women's team sparring final.
With those situations on the last point wins, it's very important to command the center of the ring because this is where you feel the most pressure. The next point wins, that is the most pressure you're ever going to feel in any type of match. So to command the center of the ring is to alleviate the pressure that you feel in order to set up what you need to score.
And really, a great performance from both fighters. Avery Sutter setting the turn early, going up 3-0, only being at a 1-point disadvantage going into the second round, putting Paula Fonseca Murphy in a position that she could go get the win, and that's exactly what she did.
Absolutely.
Paula Fonseca Murphy, of course, the wife of the great Bailey Murphy, who will also see in action for Top 10 USA. Little conflict of interest with his team and his wife fighting against one another for that title. You think he was still rooting for Top 10?
I have no idea. I have no idea. You know what? Next time I'm going to watch out for that. I am super curious. But, you know, having a wife in sport martial arts, as you know, hard to root against her because you don't want to answer to her at home. So.
And a photo op for Akin Williams, along with his two fighters, Avery Sutter and Paula Fonseca Murphy, champions this evening. And now I believe it is time for some open weight action.
This is the semifinals, which means we're on the top 4 for the men's open weight.
A bracket of 50 fighters from all over the world descended on Atlanta today to duke it out for the open weight title. One of the most prestigious in all of the sport here at the Battle of Atlanta. Christian Rivas, one of the newest members of Team Paul Mitchell, looks good in the black and white threads. He's been on a roll this year. Looking to add a big open weight title to his resume. But the man with arguably the most accolades this year, the reigning Warrior Cup champion, also wearing some new threads from Team Revolution, Mason Bumba.
Let's go, King! Let's go, King!
Christian Rivas with a lot of crowd support from his former Team Legend teammates. Both of these fighters, excellent counter strikers. This is going to be a great chess match.
Definitely going to see a lot of body punches thrown in this match. Both have excellent distance and reach.
Rivas with a slight reach advantage. Likely to be the more offensive fighter here, whereas Bumba's going to look to fire back on reverse punches.
Bumba has been doing a good job this whole open weight with doing that fadeaway back fist.
Beautiful takeoff from Rivas. Early 2-0 lead for Christian Rivas.
Christian's doing a good job chopping him up with those fakes so that he can settle him down to come in with that body punch.
Bumba going for a huge hook kick there, but takes a tumble at the end. Cannot score going to the ground. Fighters reset. Rivas still has that 2-0 advantage. Back fist, Rivas.
Back fist.
When Rivas has that back fist operating, he is hard to beat. There's the back fist again. His unique combination of reach and speed makes that technique so dangerous. And another back fist. Rivas is rolling.
Again, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He's doing a great job chopping it up and down so he can come on top of that back fist. But now Bumba answers back with a body punch underneath.
35 seconds remain, a 4-point lead for Rivas. Bumba, big hook kick. That could be a huge momentum swing.
Nice change in height right there to score the hook kick off top of the head.
He's been looking for that the whole match. Now he takes off.
Take off body punch. Did they score that?
And it's the counter strike for Rivas that scores. He's up 6-3. Approaching 10 seconds remaining. If Bumba's going to try to get this to overtime, he's got to score now. Bumba takes off. No score on the exchange. 2 seconds. Time expires, and Christian Rivas into the finals. Just too little, too late for Mason Bumba. A valiant effort at the end, a huge highlight reel head kick. But ultimately, Christian Rivas just put himself in too good of a position, leading off with those back fists.
Absolutely, like I said, he was chopping him up with those fakes, luring him in, smacking him through with that back fist. But at the same time, as you saw, he actually allowed Bumba to take control in the center of that ring, but then use that advantage to make him feel
So a huge shout out to Truth Entertainment for everything they do to bring the Battle of Atlanta and the sport that we love to a broader audience, just like the show here tonight at the Friday Night Fights.
Absolutely. As we see, the production value is outstanding, and that's all thanks to Truth Entertainment.
We're going to first be introducing the blue side. Coming to the stage, Ryan Bennett.
We move to our other semifinal. Now we will see the finals of the men's open weight this evening as the final event of the evening. But for now, the other semifinal to determine who will face Christian Rivas for the title. Ryan Bennett of Team Straight Up against Enrique Latona of Team Paul Mitchell. Ryan Bennett has really come into his own this year, now using his reach advantage with a little bit more agility than what he had before, more accuracy with his striking than what he had before, has really turned the corner as an athlete to become a real threat for these open weight titles. Meanwhile, Enrique Latona, arguably the best fighter in the world, unquestionably the best kicker in the world today, gonna look to climb the ladder against Ryan Bennett.
Both are great kickers. We'll see if the reach advantage helps for Ryan's sake. But Enrique does a great job with extending and coming off different angles with that leg. So we'll see how it all plays out. If Ryan uses his size to his advantage or Enrique uses his cunningness.
One thing's for sure, we will see plenty of kicks flying in this semifinal.
Oh, and that makes me excited.
Before he was the OXP, Justin Ortiz was known as Hotfoot, and he earned that nickname for a reason. Enrique Latona, Ryan Bennett to advance to the finals. Both of these fighters going to be showing that leg early and often. I love that change-up Latona just did. Kind of gave the push on the hip with the side kick, then tried to flip up top with a round kick. And then Bennett using his hands to stay persistent and score first.
Again, Ryan using that size to back him up, push him back, and then create that opening for that back fist on top.
Bennett gets the elbow down to block that side kick on the hip by Latona. Latona thought he slid that one in, follows with the hands to score. Knotted at 1, approaching 1 minute remaining. 1 round to advance to the finals here.
1 minute remaining.
Latona playing some great defense and then takes off at just the right time to score. For 2 kickers, we've seen all 3 points scored with the hands. Bennett almost hesitating, kind of watching to see what Latona wants to set up next.
Absolutely. Both kickers are going to do that, testing out their leg, and it becomes a sword fight in this case. For Ryan, I would like to see him back up his opponent, use that size a little bit more with a side kick, pushing Enrique back. For Enrique, I would like to see him coming off an angle and using that evasive hook kick to come around the leg and score.
It's interesting they didn't call an exit on that exchange. The fighters didn't touch each other. Bennett trying to get an axe kick to go. Enrique pushed out of bounds there. If you're pushed out of bounds, there's no penalty point on the exchange. 3 seconds remaining, a 2-point lead for Latona, and just like that, Latona uses his hands to set up scoring opportunities. A great strategic performance by Latona, not trying to kick with somebody. One of the few people that's going to have a bigger leg than him, even as a lightweight. Enrique's got so much length and strength behind that leg.
Absolutely. Yeah, you saw all 4 points were scored with just hands, right? Sometimes that's what it needs when it comes to fighting against another kicker, is to use those hands, use something different that they're not used to seeing.
And I think that was the story of that fight, is that Bennett was trying to fight behind his strengths, whereas Latona was willing to fight outside of his strengths to do what it took to win the match.
Absolutely. But I will say, I would love to see Bennett to use his strength a little bit more as far as literally brute strength. He's a much bigger, taller fighter than he was. All he had to do was push him back.
Right. But Latona, such a scary fighter to go forward against because you're worried about what that leg can do.
Absolutely.
So now we pivot to the women's open weight final. This event has been run all the way down to the final 2. It'll be Katie Herman of Team Paul Mitchell against Paula Fonseca Murphy of Team Impex KTOC, the hero from the women's team sparring final.
Absolutely. Let's see if she uses the same strategy to take the W on this one. But of course, she's going against a stronger and lengthier kicker.
We saw Paula Fonseca Murphy's well-rounded game in her team sparring matchup. Herman, a well-rounded fighter as well, but one of the most disciplined in the game about really sticking to that strategy of using that leg and then letting the hands free when she needs to. And look at that persistence and strength on the side kick. Herman out to a 2-0 lead.
Of course, being a student of the great Trevor Nash, you have to be a front leg kicker.
Right. And there's a great example of her using the hands to follow the kicks. And I like what Fonseca Murphy is doing. Even though Herman's able to slide in another kick there, a lot of fighters spend so much time against Herman circling the outside and trying to wait for these opportunities, whereas Fonseca Murphy is staying in the pocket. She's putting a glove on Katie Herman's leg. She's at least using a different strategy than what we've seen come up short against Herman so often.
Absolutely. I think it is a brilliant strategy. Just needs a little bit more of an angle to approach to get inside with the attack to score the point. Let's see if they did. They scored her on that one.
1 point on that exchange. If one judge's call kick and another judge calls the hands, the score is 1 in that direction, which is exactly what just happened. 5-1 Herman. And Katie Herman's leg looks faster than it has before.
Absolutely. She's not just holding it out there. She's actually kicking with intention, moving a little bit more too.
Fonseca Murphy scores.
Stays inside the pocket, scores in an angle with that body punch.
5-2 with 30 seconds. We've got a fight on our hands. Fonseca Murphy slips. Probably to her advantage. Herman was ready to fire off a kick there.
She's doing a great job staying in that pocket. But again, let's see if she can angle in and score.
Side kick for Herman. Blocked.
No score.
No calls on the exchange. 3 seconds remaining. And Katie Herman fights behind that leg and secures yet another open weight victory. Great job by both fighters, but our champion tonight, Katie Herman.
Really hard to get around such a strong and lengthy leg. But again, like you said, she looked a lot snappier than usual, which is awesome. Played to her advantage. It's hard to step in from there. She was trying to stay in the pocket and step in to score. She couldn't make it in time.
And that could be a scary part of Katie Herman's progression as a fighter as she becomes more agile with that leg. We'll go to Anna Glenn for an interview.
Katerina, I feel like we find ourselves together every year. You've had so much success at the Battle of Atlanta. What makes this year different?
Honestly, what makes this year different is finally being kind of independent in the matter, I suppose. Like 20 years old, he's still in school, so to be able to come on my own kind of dime and on my own just want to be here and to be able to bring it through is awesome, but it's only day one, so keep it coming.
More to come. So we started off the night with youth sparring. How cool is it to see so many girls starting off in the sport at such a young age?
It's my favorite part about it, because a lot of times I feel like I'm still that little kid, so then when some kids come up to me, it's a little bit mind-blowing that now I have the honor of being in that position. So the more the merrier. I love to see the girls fighting, and I love to keep it up.
Katerina, what's next for you?
Tournament-wise, U.S. Open, you know it. 2 weeks away.
All right, well, I feel like this was good preparation for all that's to come to you. Congratulations on your win tonight. We'll be back right after this.
You guys missed it while the Atlanta's black belt in openweight sparring final match. We're going to start with the blue side. Coming to the stage is Kevin Dang.
So our penultimate event this evening will be the 30 and over men's open weight sparring final, featuring a couple of gentlemen who lined up alongside one another for the team sparring final. Kevin Dang of the Immortals, Joseph Brackett of Hub City Martial Arts, competing for the experienced title.
Always interesting seeing teammates fight one another. You know your teammates well, you know their strategy, so you can use that to your advantage, but so does the other person. So we'll see how this works out. But I definitely know that Kevin represents also Immortality, but he's also from Canada. So a lot of times they like to use that body punch blitz, where Joseph is using that lead leg a little bit more than usual.
Two judges call the body punch for Dang. No calls on that exchange. Judges got to see it land clean. Side kick for Brackett. Dang stepped out of bounds. Knotted at one. Brackett takes off. No calls on the exchange. Dang trying to throw a little heat on that one.
Stop time.
The judges will conference.
Making clarification, if the point was scored before he fell to the ground. And yes, they confirmed that the point was scored before the call of the ground, touching the ground was called.
Great takeoff there for Joseph Brackett. Tries to go top shelf. He's got a 3-1 lead.
He's got a press. 1 minute remaining.
Ooh, Kevin with a great angle and body punch underneath.
Ridge hand for Dang, but it's Brackett scoring the other way.
He's got to be a clean technique to score.
45 seconds.
Brackett firing on that left hand, but it's Dang's counter-striking that scores. Right hand for Dang, beautiful.
Checking that leg, coming over with that ridge hand.
Side kick! Kevin Dang on a roll.
Joseph's looking a little bit too impatient. Kevin is taking advantage of that.
Getting another point, 6-5.
Brackett gets one back there. Great job chasing after the end of that exchange. No calls there. Dang leads by one. Brackett takes off.
Ooh, Dang is sitting in the pocket a little bit too much.
Tied at
Continue
6.
that movement.
I thought that kick slid in there
the
for
side
Brackett.
kick as well, yeah.
The judges don't see it as Dang scores on the hands and has a 1-point lead with 2 seconds remaining. Looks like Dang lost a contact. Brackett lost his mouthpiece.
He's losing pieces all over the place.
Brackett, in desperation, gets the back fist. Oh! They give him the back fist as time expires, and we're going to overtime. Sonny wins.
Oh, was it the stepping back fist? Nothing. Call the clash.
To be clean. Side kick for Dang. Shuts it down.
Nice.
Your senior open weight champion with an overtime sidekick, Kevin Dang. An exciting fight, lots of action at the end. Brackett ties it on a desperation back fist, and then Dang shuts it down with the sidekick.
Again, you see two different strategies. Joseph was a little bit too impatient, just attacking that line. It worked sometimes it didn't. Or opposite, Kevin was a little bit too patient, sitting on that line. It worked sometimes, but sometimes it didn't. You have to have the mixture of both. You got to know when to lure the person in and when to explode at the right moment.
So Kevin Dang receives his medal as the champion, and that sets us up for the main event of the evening. The men's openweight sparring final. It'll be a clash between teammates. Christian Rivas, Enrique Latona. We know Paul Mitchell's taking home the title, but which man will lead them there?
Again, we're going to see a strategy of kicker versus blitzer. We'll see if Enrique does that strategy he did last time, which is actually use his hands off his kicks to confuse his opponent. And will Christian do the reverse? Will he maybe use some of his feet techniques to confuse Enrique or to push him back? Both are lengthy. Both have good reach advantage. I think the slight advantage to Christian when it comes to reach. Flexibility definitely goes to Enrique. But Christian does have a great fast takeoff with his body punch, so this is going to be a great matchup.
It's a great yin and yang fight. Somebody that is an all-time great kicker in Enrique against somebody that is so good with his hands, both with the blitz and the fadeaway back fist in Christian Rivas. Going to be a great chess match to watch. Rivas in the red helmet, Latona in the black helmet. Teammates battle for the title. Rivas, a couple fakes, pumped his leg a little. Latona answers with a leg of his own. Good defense there by Rivas to spin out of the way of that round kick attempt.
Enrique changing the levels of the kicks so that it changes the levels of Christian's hands. But there you go, Christian takes off with that body punch to score. There's that strategy, the hand after the foot.
And so many fighters just don't expect to see that from Enrique. It's such an underrated part of his game, the way that he follows his kicks with the hands.
Ooh, kick over the top, but they didn't call that, but they called Christian's follow-up, his body punch underneath.
Christian keeping that bottom hand a little bit more forward. Beautiful back fist. But keeping that bottom hand a little bit more forward in his guard to prevent Latona from going to the hip with that low side kick.
Ooh,
big hook kick for Latona.
On top.
Latona is so good at getting that full extension with the bottom of his foot to reach those toes out on that hook kick.
Absolutely, but Christian answers back with a nice body punch. Ooh, did they see the kick? Yes, they did. The side kick right underneath that back fist.
And with 2-point body kicks, such a big swing when Latona's able to land on the hip there. Now he's up 5-4. This is the back and forth match we anticipated. Rivas knots it at 5.
Ooh, side kick, did they call that? Yes.
Great exchange there. Latona leads 7-5, time expires.
Oh, with just that last technique to score. That was a very good chess game that we just witnessed.
A great matchup, both fighters demonstrating their skills. And it comes as a surprise to no one that out of a 50-fighter division, the last man standing, once again, Enrique Latona.
A kicker.
This new look Paul Mitchell fighting squad off to a great start this year. They'll be in the men's team sparring final tomorrow night against top 10 Team USA. Christian Rivas from Florida by way of Venezuela. Enrique and Jason Latona of Guatemala. Alex Mancias of South Texas. This squad making Coach Damon Gilbert proud.
Everybody, let's hear for Enrique!
We'll go to Anna Glenn for an interview with the champ.
Congratulations on the final win tonight. Take me through this feeling.
I feel great. You know, Christian is my brother, and I love to fight with him. I just want to say thank God because he bring me here, and I'm very happy.
Walk me through the preparation that it took to get to this moment.
Oh, you know, I train every day, and I train and I go to the church. I try to trust in God because He is the first in my life. So I think this is the important thing. Yeah.
Enrique, where's this trophy going?
To my home. Yeah.
There you go. Congratulations again.
So a great champion, Enrique Latona. We go to Reed Presley to close out the show.
And let's make some noise for Anna Glenn one more time. She did a fantastic job. Thank you all for coming out to the Battle of Atlanta's Friday night fights. You guys were an amazing crowd, so thank you guys for making it happen. Let's shout out our commentators, Justin, Ortiz, Jackson, Rudolph. Let's give a shout out once again to my wife for keeping me straight. And then shout out to our lighting, production, and camera, and everybody that makes it happen. We salute you, and thank you, all the martial artists that compete to be on this stage. We appreciate you all, and we will see you tomorrow in the battle zone. Thank you.